I have a couple questions for the both of you. I'm wondering, what is your favorite gadget, Mike?
Any gadget at all?
Your favorite, just one you use every day.
I really do like power drills. I have to admit, I really do. And I got to use one. I got to use two of them in space. We have what we call a pistol grip tool, which is a big power tool that we use on big bolts and stuff. And then also a smaller tool, which we call the mini power tool, that we made specifically for our flight. Was designed. I say we was a Goddard Space Flight Center and the Johnson Space Center, and they contracted all these smart guys and gals that got together. And it's a very high-speed power drill that allowed us to successfully repair those two instruments that you see in the movie, where we had to take out over 100 little screws with this power drill, and so now it's forever changed my use of a power drill at home. The power screwdriver at home. It reminds me of my
Well, you
my
got
time
to
in
invent
space.
your own drill.
Well, I got to use it. I helped a little bit, but it was these guys and gals a lot smarter than me that actually designed it.
So, what about you, Tony? What's your favorite gadget?
Well, I had not heard this from Mike, but this is the honest truth. A few years ago, when you get your, 20-year or 15-year employee status, you get to pick a gift out of a catalog.
Is that right?
Whether it's a mantle clock or whatever it is. I picked a cordless drill.
You did?
I did.
No,
That's the absolute
do
truth.
you like it?
I love it.
See?
You have so much in common.
What is it with that?
I don't know. It's destiny.
I just
You're going to make a movie with a lot of drills in it.
Yeah, so, years later, I'm looking at all this drill.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So you've both made an incredible 3D movie here. And I got to tell you, this year at the Consumer Electronics Show, 3D TVs were all the rage. So are you going to be buying a 3D TV to show your friends your movie when you get home?
I'm a government employee. I don't know. I'm a little scared of the price tag on that. We'll see how soon we're going to get one of those in the house. But we'll have to see.
I know they exist, but I haven't actually seen one yet. A 3D TV. Are they good?
They're pretty incredible to
Yeah.
have it in your house. You still have to wear the glasses, of
Yeah.
course. I'm personally waiting for the non-glasses experience, but And then I'm sure everybody's wondering this, the movie 2010, and here we are in the reality of 2010. How do you feel we're progressing in space travel?
I think probably maybe slower than the people thought
Maybe just a tad?
In the 70s. If you look at the 2001 and then the 2010 movies, that's a good reminder. Probably way back then when those movies came out, they thought that would be possible. But in reality, I think we did really well. I think the space shuttle program got a lot of people into space, got a lot of stuff into space, including the Hubble Space Telescope and 5 repair crews that went up on 5 different missions, an entire space station. But this is incredible, the size of the space station. A huge international effort that was done. And we have a tremendous facility, which I think would actually rival the one they had in that 2001. The rotating one. The real space station, I think, is probably even much cooler than the one they had in 2001. So
They had gravity in 2000.
yeah, but ours is much cooler. Just float around in the real space station. So the real space station is really mind-boggling. I think maybe we don't do as well as we should as sharing all this with the public. But there's a lot of cool things that are happening every day. We've had people in space since Shep launched in 2000, right? So we're coming up on a 10th anniversary of that. We've always had people in space, and now we've expanded to a crew of 6, international crew up there. So I think we're doing pretty well. I think if you really look at the science reality of it, I think you might find it even more exciting than the science fiction that people look at.
Oh, it's definitely amazing.
That's why we like to make the films, because I think back to our very first film that hadn't even flown cameras yet, Hail Columbia, about STS-1, first flight of the space shuttle. And there's a line of narration in that says, very cautious, if the shuttle works as hoped, one day we might even be able to capture a satellite and bring it into the cargo bay and repair it and then re-release it. It's all come true. And that was back from 1981. So one thing making the films has made me realize is just how difficult it is. What goes into putting people into space, having them survive there in a habitat whether it's on the in low Earth orbit or on the moon. It's just incredibly difficult, and skill needing, and that's all there. But it does take time, and it does take money, and I think too few people are really aware of that, and we try to change that by making these films.